Hey kids, welcome back to Roto Talk.
Bam! Hey kids, welcome back. Happy Thursday night. Yes, Yoda is gone just for the time being because I am building, I started building the Mrs. RotoGeek boat today. So I took Yoda off because he's made out of felt. Yoda's actually a welcome mat. A lot of people don't know that. It says welcome you are. It's a fucking welcome mat. I got him at Hobby Lobby. Pretty cool. But anyway, I didn't want to get epoxy and wood glue and all that other shit all over him. So anyway, that's the poop with that. So I'm building my Mrs. RotoGeek Nitro Outrigger. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick, it probably won't be quick, Rotorant. Haven't done a Rotorant in at least a week. And this is probably going to have almost nothing to do with anything radio control because I just felt like complaining and telling you some funny shit. I gotta move this thing. This is uncomfortable. Hang on. Get this clamp off here. Yeah. There we go. All right. So yesterday, true fucking story. We don't live in the country. We live in a small town called Troy, Ohio. And you know, we live in a suburb. You guys have seen all my flight videos and shit of little stuff that we do here. And I am originally from Chicago, but I was raised on a lake in northern Indiana, but I would hardly call myself a country boy, right? So keep that in mind. Yesterday, I come home. I'm driving around, you know, for work. And I come home, and I'm standing at the sink, right? It's like 5 o'clock, whatever. And I'm making a Roto Twister. Bam, right? A little 100 proof Sailor Jerry's rum. Cherry 7-Up, whatever you got. Anyway, and I look out the window, the kitchen window, and we've got a shed in the back. I do my workshops in the garage, and we got a little shed in the back, keep the riding mower in and all that shit. And there's this thing laying next to the shed. And I'm looking, and I asked Mrs. RotoGeek, my smoking hot wife, I said, what the fuck is over there by the shed? And she looks out the window and she goes, yeah, I saw that earlier. I'm not sure what that is. And I go, well, you know, back where I'm from, that shit looked like a dead possum. So I'm like, okay, I'm in the fucking suburbs of out where Jesus lost his sandals, fucking Ohio. And here's this, like, I mean big, like fucking Bardwell Ego big, dead fucking possum laying on the side of my shed right next to it. And I'm like, really? What the fuck am I going to do with this dead-ass 30-pound psychotic-looking thing? And I walk out there, and it couldn't have been out there long, like a day at tops, because we're outside all the time. And I go out there, and there's fucking flies all over it, and its eyes are eating out, and the thing smells like a bag of ass, and I'm like, oh, fuck, man, what are we going to do? And I'm just drinking my Roto Twister, because I am perfectly happy with letting that shit melt away. And figure by spring, that shit going to be gone, right? And of course, Mrs. RotoGeek, my obsessive wife, would not let that happen. So I said, fine. It's just a funny story, is all it is. I said, fine. And you have to know me and you have to know her to really understand the comical routine. And if you guys watched the Mr. and Mrs. RotoGeek build the other day, that is how we are, like, all the time. It's really funny. So I got my drink in my hands, like 95% rum and like 5% fucking air. And I was like, well, you know what? Fine. I figure I'm going to gross her out really, really bad, and I'll just say, go get a trash bag, and I'll take a shovel, well, you know, and put this thing in. So what does she tell? She thinks I'm the dirtiest human being in the world. She, you know, thinks I never take a bath or whatever. I don't know why, because I do, but she's like, I don't want you picking that up with your bare hands. And I'm like, really? Even I'm not that fucking gross. Seriously? I mean, the thing's like rotting and gross. Its eyes are eaten out and it smells really fucking bad. And like I said, I'm from northern Indiana, and there's this town on 30, and you're going towards Chicago, called Plymouth, Indiana. And in Plymouth, Indiana, there's a rendering factory. And what that is where they go out and they pick up dead animals and roadkill and shit, and they put it in trucks, and then they take it back and they boil the shit down for fertilizer. And it is without a doubt the worst smell you will ever smell in your entire fucking life, right? Well, that's what this fucking possum smells like. So it's 90 fucking 5 degrees yesterday. We're having this like weird heat wave thing going. And I told her, I said, you know, trash is coming tomorrow. Yesterday was Wednesday, today's Thursday. And I said, trash is coming tomorrow. Why don't we just let the bitch sit outside here and then I'll pick it up in the morning? And oh, no, we can't leave that out. Blah, 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 blah. So she goes in and gets the kitchen trash bag. Mind you, the fucking thing is the size of a nutsack, right? It's like this fucking big. This possum is huge. The thing's like the size of a dog, right? And I'm like, fuck me. I'm thinking back to my bachelor days when I didn't even have a yard, whatever. But I'm like, okay, fine. I'm thinking, I can't bury this fucking thing. I live in a suburb, and it's too hot to dig a hole. So I make her hold this teeny tiny little fucking kitchen trash bag open. Now, mind you, the fucking thing is 3/4 full of kitchen trash. And this thing is literally the size of our dog. It's the size of a small dog, which I wouldn't mind getting rid of the dog that way too. But so I picked this thing up with a fucking shovel. And 4 days ago, I just washed out the trash cans because they fucking stunk like hell. And so I dumped this big-ass thing, and she's screaming, right? I mean, it's fucking hilarious. I'm like, now what the hell am I supposed to do with this big, dead, rotten thing? She goes, put it in the trash can. I'm like, really? Now do the math, guys. Fucking thing's been dead for 2 days, probably. It's 95 degrees out, and I'm putting it in a trash can. Yeah, that's gonna fucking happen. So I put it in the trash can. This morning I wake up, I get ready. I have to go to a meeting down in southern Indiana. And so it's, 3-hour drive one way. And I'm like, oh, I got to take trash out. Bam, fucking trash guy's coming. This thing smelled like Bardwell after a gymnastics meet. Just absolutely, the fucking trash can dudes was so fucking foul. I'm like, oh my God, right? And Erin, my wife, comes out and she's laughing at me and she's like, oh my God, I can smell it all the way into the fucking garage. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, right? So long story longer, I come back, I get back about 5:30 this afternoon, and I said, man, that thing just smelled like fucking swallow your head bad, And she's like, oh, I know. I've changed enough dirty diapers. I know bad smell. It's about time you get it. And I'm like, really? You're comparing dirty diaper smell to a rotting corpse? Not even fucking in the same genre. Not even close. Ooh, fucking gross. Anyway, that's my dead possum story. And I'm going to talk about, this is going to be a quick rant. This is just all for fun, right? I drive a lot. I drive, 65,000 miles a year or whatever, for work. And it's really funny. I'm back home in my home state in Indiana today. But in the southern part. And I'm driving around, and I'm out where the real folks live. I mean, real folks, you know what I'm saying? And, these places, I'm relatively seasoned, pretty world traveled, and reasonably tough. And I would not set foot in some of these fucking houses I'm driving by, right? Just fucking shitholes. And I'm driving through, and I'm thinking, this is a little list of things that annoy me. And one of the things that annoys me is when you see a shitty little fucking house that's falling down. They got cars in the blocks outside of the house. They have, old children's toys out in the yard that really need washed like 5 fucking years ago, and children's big wheels missing the fucking big wheel, and just horrible things. And they always have a no trespassing sign or a beware of dog sign nailed to the fucking tree or the front door. Every fucking time. And I'm like, I'm driving, and I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck would trespass at this guy's yard? I mean, it's like something out of fucking Psycho or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, you would have to pay me to go up to this fucking guy's door and knock. I mean, seriously. I could, get a flat tire, run out of gas, whatever, and I would walk. Fuck a whole lot of that. But, here's a shithole house that they would have to pay you to take, and they got no trespassing. Now, next time you're out, pay attention to this. You'll see it all the fucking time. Then you drive by one of those $300,000, $400,000, 3-story, gorgeous house on the lake. Do you see no trespassing signs on those? No. Now, take into account, think about the common sense here. Which one would you rob or want to solicit at? The $300,000 lake house that's beautiful, or the dump that's got body parts in the backyard? But he's got the no trespassing sign, and the nice house doesn't. Always the same. Back home in Indiana, what did I used to call it to my friends? I used to call it TSS, Trailer Satellite Syndrome. It's when your trailer costs more than your satellite dish. fucking drives me nuts. I'm like, really? You guys are that small-minded in these tiny little dumps that you really think somebody's going to want to trespass on your land? Really? It's fucking stupid. The other thing that bothers me is now that I have little kids, we have all these little fucking toys, right? That, you know, take batteries and they talk. And every time we walk through the room, it's like child's play. You know, Chucky. And it's like shit lights up and talks at midnight. It just creeps the fuck out of you. But so the girls get to playing with shit, you know, and the stuff wears out. And Erin she'd come out here. She'd be like, Jay, you need to replace the batteries in the speaking curse or speaking spell, whatever the fuck those are called. And it bothers me. Fucking any of you that have little kids, you know what I'm saying. When we were little kids, everything took a 9-volt battery, 2 C batteries, 4 C batteries, or 4 AA's or 2 AA's. Everything did. Now, everything takes 3. 3 AAA's or 3 fucking AA's. Period. End of discussion. It drives me fucking nuts, right? I buy my batteries at Harbor Freight, you know, the real cheap hardware store thing, because 3 batteries, really, the dude at Fisher Price, his fucking brother-in-law must work at Duracell or something, because you cannot buy a 3-pack of AA's anywhere in the fucking world that I know of, or AAA's. You have to buy 4 or 2. You can't buy one, and you can't buy odd numbers, right? But every fucking toy my girls have, 3. Fucking 3. Just drives me nuts. I don't know. That's my rant. Absolutely nothing to do with RC. So I am going to throw an RC tip in here. For those of you that vape, when your vape bottles run out, like something like this, in this particular case, I put wood glue in it because I'm building this wood boat. Works perfect as a wood glue dispenser. And for other stuff, I take little vape bottles and I put CA glue in them for CA, you know, super glue dispensing. Works really well. There's your fucking RC tip. Anyway, guys, just want to say hi. Going to the lake back home in northern Indiana this weekend with the family. Gonna bring the gas boat and we're gonna do a maiden GoPro on there, FPV. It's gonna be fucking bad. And I'm bringing one of the boats anyway. I'm gonna try to bring the gas boat. We're building the Miss Roto Geek. Like I said, I got a couple quad builds coming up. I don't know. We'll do those later. But anyway, just want to do a rant and say, hey, just for fun. Laugh a little. Happy Friday tomorrow. Bam. Take care.